This video is going to be uploaded on my Lags Plays channel and my main channel, Lags No Limit. This is a very different type of video for both of these channels, but it's something that I could not just ignore. ClownPuncher139, a very prominent Arkham content creator, so this is at least relevant to my gaming channel, made a video a few months back titled, "Will you stop calling things woke? It's really stupid." On the surface, I would sort of agree with this. I personally don't utilize the word as I find it to be overused, but I have issues with his arguments and with some other things he says in this video.
Woke is the single stupidest insult you can give to a piece of media. Every time a new popular thing comes out, idiots on the internet are faster than the friggin' Flash at calling it woke trash. Never expanding beyond that shallow description because they literally can't be bothered to come up with actual reasons without sounding like a complete jackass.
Or maybe the purpose of these reviews are to point out that aspect of these products and not to give an in-depth critique. Literally all the videos he throws up on the screen to try and prove his point don't actually prove what he's saying. All these videos lead with the idea that these films are quote-unquote woke as opposed to leading with in-depth writing critique.
Y'all do realize that there are other reasons that a thing can be bad, right? Nowadays, woke just means that a piece of media is saying something political that you don't like, or includes a character of any race or gender other than white man.
Okay, that's a straw man, but dealing with the first part, putting it simply, calling a piece of media woke is to say that it pushes progressive or leftist messages. Throughout the video, ClownPuncher demonstrates that even he has this understanding of the word. And to say that people call whatever has a non-white male in it woke is obviously not true. No one has an issue with Lucius Fox and Arkham Knight or the Nolan trilogy. And a large portion of the same group of people he's criticizing went and supported the Rippaverse. According to ClownPuncher, the same people who don't like non-white male characters in media spent buttloads of money to buy a book about a black character with a black family written by a black man. Makes sense.
Are there things that fall under this category that are genuinely bad? Abso-friggin-lutely. Just look at literally anything that Disney's been pumping out for the last 5 years. But are things that happen to have these qualities automatically bad? Fuck no!
I would actually agree with that part. Something can have those messages present while still being a good product. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Batman, despite this cringe line from Catwoman.
All anyone cares about in this place are these white privileged assholes.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, Andor, The Last of Us, Batman Arkham Shadow, fucking Superman. All of these incredibly popular pieces were called woke by the angry mob for featuring things that are inherently necessary for their stories to function, and ultimately make them better stories than any alternatives would have been.
I'm not entirely sure what he means by that last line. Is he saying that those qualities make the stories better than all other adaptations? Or is he saying that these stories necessitate these qualities? If he's saying that, then yeah, obviously if a story is set up to give a certain message, then not giving that message would make the story pointless. But the issue is with the way the message is conveyed, not simply with the fact that writers have a message that people may not agree with.
Miles Morales is about a black hero solving problems in a primarily black neighborhood. Obviously, the race themes are going to play a pretty important role in the story.
Yeah, obviously, because everybody knows the key aspect of black characters is the fact that they're black, and not making race a plot point in a black character story means you're doing something wrong.
Andor and Arkham Shadow are about the oppressed rising up against their oppressors, and how those in power are corrupted by said power into doing unspeakable acts that they're able to get away with because they're in power.
He's saying this as if that theme is exclusive to progressivism. Almost every ideology on whatever political or social compass you want to use has this idea present within it.
The Last of Us has a gay main character who shares a kiss with her girlfriend because they love each other. Gay people have existed as far back as ancient Greece and aren't going away just because the apocalypse happened.
Following his line of thought, supposedly gay people kissing makes The Last of Us better.
And Superman? Bro, I don't even want to start. If you want to hate on Superman for telling us all to just be decent people to each other, you're a friggin' psychopath, and I hope you can learn to be better someday.
Who has ever said being a kind person is woke? Maybe stop assuming everyone who disagrees with your views on policies is some sort of nefarious evil person.
And if you're about to say that it's the woke mob taking over, putting it into every new thing we indulge, where? Guess what? These themes have been a part of every single story you've taken in for decades. You were just too dense to see them. Star Wars has always been about a fascist regime taking over the galaxy with a small group of rebellious spirits banding together to overthrow it. Silence of the Lambs is about a young woman trying to navigate her way through a middle-aged, male-dominated workplace by proving that she has all the same skills that they do. The Iron Giant and Godzilla are anti-nuclear war propaganda disguised as a heartwarming kids flick and a badass monster rampage. Gustavo Fring is gay, and it was his partner's death that spurred him on to become the most ruthless yet secretive drug kingpin in the world. American Psycho is literally just about how the rich and powerful can get away with anything because they're rich and powerful. Superman has always been an immigration allegory because he was literally always an alien seeking asylum on a new planet because his home planet blew up.
Most of the stuff he brought up was just more of him pretending as if certain ideas are exclusive to being progressive, and seemingly not understanding that a message can be tastefully implemented in a story without it being over-exaggerated and pushy. And saying that these people are too dumb to see these messages in older media kind of helps the case of the people he made this video against. If these supposedly uneducated peasants who dare to disagree with your enlightened self on a video game are able to clearly determine the ideologies of the people who wrote said video game, then that shows that these messages are over-exaggerated and pushy, because how else would a supposed brainlet understand an idea unless he's beat over the head with it?
These themes are not some new thing that a crazy politically correct mob is trying to shove down your throat to convert your kids into the gays.
Come on, try a little pride, we'll convert your children.
People have started using woke so much that it's lost all meaning.
Clearly he doesn't actually believe it's meaningless, since he proved he has an understanding of what it means, not only in his own mind, but of the minds of the people he's speaking against.
And at this point, if I hear you say it unironically as a critique of a piece of media, I will immediately dismiss your opinion. Because it likely means that you're too shallow to look past the surface of any given topic, or you're just a bigot in some way trying to spread hate in a world that already has too much of it.
And there it is. This is what it really comes down to. Him saying this,
Woke just means that a piece of media is saying something political that you don't like,
was really more of a projection. It's him and others like him that throw buzzwords at people saying something political they don't like. To him, if you don't agree with ideas Neil Druckmann or whichever writer tries to shove down your throat, then it means you must hate certain people.
They believe that you're not merely in error but in sin. In other words, they can't believe that you're just mistaken. You must have sold out. You must be something warped about you.
There's a lot more that can be said about this topic, but I wanted to keep this short. This isn't a personal attack on Clown Puncher. I think he's made some pretty cool videos. I just don't think this is one of them. And I'm definitely looking forward to engaging with people who may disagree with my response in the comments. So if you have something to say, whether a counter argument or insult, be sure to let me know. If you're into comic book content, my main channel is primarily focused on that. If you're into Arkham content, my gaming channel has plenty of that. Also, I have an X account that I haven't really started posting on yet, but if you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you checked all that stuff out. Thanks for watching. Bye.